Hello everybody. Today we're going to see how I draw Stratus. Alright, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself, and then you can follow along. So don't worry if you can't see this. This is all for me, just to make sure that I don't fall off the page here, and to make sure I get everything in the actual picture. I guess that's the same thing, huh? That's repetitiveness is what that's called. Let's see. So I just want to get this down, because also I'm drawing a little thick, and he's got thinner legs. He's a thinner, muscular person. So I just want to make sure I honor the design by doing that right. Okay, a lot of sketches there. I'm going to take some of that out. That's what life is, just practice, 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 getting it right, and cleaning up your messes, right? Alright, I like that. That's working out pretty good. So, now I'm just going to add a few more details. I'm going to try to work faster on this one. I seem to be going real long in my videos, so I'm going to try to speed it up a bit. But you know what? If you want, you can always just skip over to the inking. You know, maybe that'll work for you a little bit better. Then I won't feel as guilty. Alright, so how about, let's give him, I haven't done one of these in a while, a strongman pose, where he's got his hand up, showing his muscle. Alright, and this one I want to leave down because he's got that cool little that wrist communicator. And what's funny is I always joke around about the one that's on this arm, because when they designed these a long time ago, well, when they first did it, they made these cool little wrist communicators, or I don't know what it is, but it's some kind of tech on their arm that I keep calling a wrist communicator, but they never use them, you know? So it's kind of nice this time to see that he has something to use it for. So it's got like this cool tech on it. So that's why I want to leave this one down, so you can actually see it, and we can have some fun with that, right? Okay, so, and then he's got patches, but I don't know if I'm going to do the patches. I may just leave those to ink in. I think I'm going to do that. And let's see, he's got that, what do you call it, the armband right there. I want to make sure I put in. He's got his jacket, make sure we do that right. And then, oh, he's got a lot of stuff here. His headphones. Let's see. And is his, I'm sorry, I'm looking at a picture. Okay, so his collar, it's kind of one of these deals. Let's see, the headphones. I'm going to wrap around. Hopefully this makes sense when I'm sketching, I mean when I'm inking, because they're boxes. And then, I'm going to be honest with you, this has a lot of crazy detail that's not necessary but looks cool, but there's a lot to add in. So let's see how we can pull this off. So, cause like his his jacket has this weird collar thing by his hood. You know, it's cool to design, but why? You know, it's like if I was wearing something, it's like, that's on my face. Could you please take that away, sir? Waiter, there's something on my face. All right, and so now he's got I got to draw in those pointy glasses. It looks like a superhero the way I'm drawing it. And let's see, let's give him some facial features. That. And I think I'm going to do his mustache in color. So it's going to look a little weird here without it, but just bear with me. Okay, so let's see. Pocket on his jackets, of course. folds in his arm, which is up for the power, like that. And let's see, and it's kind of bulbous, so I'm gonna kind of have a little fun with the folds. But it comes in like that. This hand is bent over in a fist, the power fist. See, thumbs like this. We can get some practice in with a hand. So there's 1, 2, and then a digit like that. The other ones are folded over, you can't see. So I think we're good with that fist. All right, let's give him a little bit more bulk to him. Okay, I think we're ready. We'll see how this goes and get started. So I'm going to switch over to the Sharpies. You're welcome to use a pencil if you'd like. I'm going to stick with fine point Sharpie and then a Sharpie pen, which is finer than the fine point, but it helps me to control the fine lines, which I'm doing right now. So the eyes, I'm just going to do the little triangles. Oops, wrong Sharpie. There's the other thing. I've got a couple different Sharpies, the 2 Sharpie pens. This one says medium. This is the fine one. This is the one I want to use. That one was way too thick, but I'm going to live with my decisions or my actions, because that wasn't my decision, right? So see, that still works. And so I got to draw. There's a couple of levels to it, but I can't draw that many with this. I'm going to run out. So I'm just going to draw one more like that. And if you have room, you can draw another level like right in between, but I can't. It's all gonna to bleed together if I start to do that. So okay, so I'm just gonna add a few facial features. I'm gonna draw his nose like that, and his lips. He's got nice full lips. So I'm going to draw the top one like that, and this one I'm just gonna do like that. All right. So here's where it's going to get kind of crazy cuckoo. So he's got his hat on, so I'm going to draw the bill out like this and then bring it in. I'm going to thicken this up because, like I said, I'm going to switch over to the other Sharpie and it's super thick. Oh, look at the mess up I did there. Let's see how we can fix that. There's the edge right there. That's what we're going to do. Okay, so let's bring the rest of his bill over, the bill of his hat, like that. And I think I'm going to switch over to the Sharpie now, the big fat one, to make everything else cohesive, because that's all I really needed to control for the facial features. Okay, so now I'm going to draw his hood, which will give us some edges. All right, so here's that weird little collar thing that's part of the hood, I guess, you know. And so I'm going to bring it up to a kind of a point. Bring that down to the edge over here, and I can draw the other edge like this, and it needs an outer edge, so we're gonna do like that, make it a little thick, and then here it's not this edge, it's the back of his head, so we're gonna come back here like that and draw it down. Okay, so now we're going to try to draw his headphones, and so I'm going to try to draw some squares. I apologize if this doesn't work. I just threw some sketches out to see what happens. So I'm going to draw some squares like this, not complete squares, you know, just kind of edges, and I'm going to bring it around like this. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same thing over here, but I'm going to add the detail with the fine point. Just a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to come back in here and do this, and that's kind of why I like adding stuff like this with a fine point, because it brings something else out, you know. So let's add the edge of this like that, the edge like that, this edge in here like that, and I think that's all I'm going to do. The rest we'll do with color, because if we go too crazy with it, it's going to get all muddied and you're not going to tell what it is. So that's fine for that. So now let's draw his the rest of his jacket. You know, I guess, yeah, that's where the hoodie's connected, is to his jacket. So we're going to bring it down like this, like that. Same thing over here. It's going to come over here like this, and that'll be the inside of it. And he's got, well, we got to draw a chin. We got to do something, right? But the funny thing is, he's got, again, like a high collar, something like that, that it looks like his face is squished. But hey, that's his shirt, that's his style, right? We're not going to worry about that. So anyway, we got some definite lines that we can add with or play with here. So let's draw the bottom of his coat, the little frayed end, you know, not frayed end, but the ribbed style of his coat. Let's do the other side too, so we don't forget to do it like that, so it looks cohesive. So now I'm going to draw up to his jacket, and I'm going to come up here and I'm going to draw lines like this, because I have his arm bent, so that means there's going to be all kinds of creases, right? Here's his armband. And so now I'm going to keep drawing, and I'm just going to add bumps because I'm going to come back with the finer Sharpie for all these other lines. And so his jacket poofs out to the cuff, poof to the elbow, like that. So now I'm going to add those creases I was talking about. So something like that, like that, like that. Just having fun with it because I can, because there's so many creases or folds in this kind of shirt or jacket that we're having fun with. So something like that, you know, just having fun. All right, so here we go with the fist. So we're gonna draw the back of it like this to the pinky coming down. There's the other digit, so there's a top, middle, and pointer. We're just gonna kind of connect them like that. That's all you can really do. To the inside of the hand like this. Gonna draw gotta draw the thumb because that's controlling what else we can see. And so now I can draw the other fingers back behind it like that. Right? Pretty cool. Alright, so now I'm just going to draw a couple little lines just to connect all this stuff where it's floating. That works. So let's draw his other arm over here. So we're going to draw his, what do you call that? Oh, I forgot to do it over there, but don't worry about it. We're not going to worry about it. I'm going to draw his strap is what I was going to draw. Let's draw like this for the strap. Alright, that'll work for that. So I'm going to draw his shoulder out like this. I'm not going to worry about those patches. I'm going to bring it in like that. Same thing. I'm going to do this out a little bit, and then bring it in here like this because it's, let's connect it right there, because it's pushed into his little arm piece that he's got. So I'm going to draw some folds like this, just to show that it's pushed up, all bunged up right there. Okay, and so now we're going to draw his little arm wrist communicator, as I keep saying it. So it's got some technical stuff to it, so I'm just going to try to add some weird little fun stuff like that, you know, just to have some cool stuff in there. But I'm not going to go crazy because I want to take care of a lot of that with color. So that's as far as we're going to go with that. So again, let's just give him another fist, and we'll make a simple one over here. Just his hand closed up like that. Like that. Done. Booyah. Alright, so we're going to draw his shirt now, which is hanging kind of low. So it's coming out here like this. And I'm just going to draw the outer edge and then come back and do all the little like ripped styled holes. Okay. So something like that. We'll come out here, do another one like that. And in like that, okay? And so I think I'm going to do this with the medium Sharpie. And so what I'm going to do is kind of follow some of these to give it that look that he's got, that ripped, styled ripped shirt, you know, which looks pretty cool. Okay, I want to thicken that up just a little bit. This one, I'm going to hang down here like this. It's just something like that. I'm following the picture, but you know, it's whatever you want to make it. You know, have some fun with it. All right, and you'll see through that when I color it. You can see much better. Okay, so now let's go ahead and do his legs. We're pretty much the same thing. Going to follow the contours of his body. He's got a side pack on his leg, So we're going to draw it like this. Come down. Let's go back. Follow the leg, the contour of the leg, to the edges of his pants. Bring it around. Same thing. There's the knee, contour of the leg, a couple of creases where the pants flare out. Let's draw this pack real fast. I'm going to draw like that. And then this cover, the top of it is what's right there. So same thing. He's got rips in his pants, but we're just going to draw the contours of the leg because his jeans are a little tight. He's got skinny jeans is what he's got on. All right. Follow it like that. Come up here and do that. Okay, and let's draw some of those rips. No, you know what? I'm not going to draw the rips. I'm going to do that with color. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to tease you like that. You'll see what I do with color. It's going to stand out better like that if I do it that way. Okay, so now we just got to draw his shoes, and they're pretty simple. They're just basic shoes, and I added a couple of bumps from where his his lace things are, because they're like those old New Balance, those Velcro laces, right? They're not real tie-up laces. So there's the back of his shoe. They come up here like this, down to the toe, and I'll add that detail in a second. So I'm going to do the front of the foot like this, to the toe. There's the heel, to the front of the foot, and the toe like that. So now I'm just going to add a few details for the shoe, like I drew there. Like that, and we're going to add the ones in the front here. I'm doing them at the same time so I don't forget. I want to thicken that up a little bit though. Alright, something like that. And we'll go ahead and draw his soles. They're pretty thick. Like that. And the edge of his shoe like this. You can see his sock on that one. Can't really see it on that side. Here he's got like a cool little detail that we want to add, because that shows up over here too. Alright, okay, so I'm going to take care of the rest with color. So that is Stratus. So here is my colored version. You could do it however you like. I just thought I'd show you how I decided to color it. If you'd like to color it like this, you can always pause the video here and use the coloring techniques that I used, or you can just make it your own. Remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures of how I draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button to be updated about each new video.